Independence Day, we tell our viewers that of course there are miles to go to unlock our true potential, but this is how we have reached here. And for the next wave and for the next journey, India Sense has drafted New India's new charter, a strategic roadmap to smash legacy bottlenecks and rewrite our future. We begin with the continental logistics grid. It's an overhaul of our trade corridors that will put India firmly on the manufacturing map, because that is the key to the next wave of success. High-speed, dedicated, multimodal freight lines that will slash interstate transit times by 40%. So local manufacturers sitting anywhere in India can move cargo instantly. Along with that, fully automated transit hubs with IoT sensors and smart cranes to manage shipping containers, making manual custom delays a thing of the past. What next on the charter? Well, we tackle economic disparity head-on with a gender-equal economic design. At the end of the day, the next wave of freedom will come in when there is gender equality completely. Deployment of AI-driven edge computing public surveillance networks equipped with real-time threat detection cameras, ensuring every woman in India can navigate any city at any time of the day or night. This safety net, paired with potentially legally enforceable mandates for equal corporate representation, and what we are looking at, legislative teeth needed to smash those glass ceilings permanently, and that could be the next freedom. The blueprint at India Sense then secures India's sovereign tech infrastructure, a nationwide network of state-of-the-art indigenous hyperscale cloud data centers that guarantees total localized data protection. Concurrently, a massive push into domestic semiconductor fab units means that we could produce, and we will produce, our own chips, shielding our electronics ecosystem from global supply shocks and then building for the world. Lastly, this growth isn't reserved for just Tier 1 cities. The charter bridges the urban-rural divide through the hyper-connected rural hubs, fiber optic gigabit internet beamed directly into village panchayats, equipping rural youth with advanced digital literacy, creating decentralized micro-industrial zones, leading to localized manufacturing units. And you are looking at every Indian secured in every village, not wanting to desperately come to a large city. And finally, to safeguard this progress, India is taking the bull by the horns to achieve absolute strategic autonomy, aggressively scaling up indigenous defense industrial complex, whether it includes fifth-generation fighter jets to stealth-guided missile destroyers. That manufacturing and that critical platform creation at home could actually mean total defense domination, and that will mean complete strategic autonomy. Viewers, 80 years of independence is a massive milestone. The real question now is, what are we going to do next? The charter that we just presented for you is the reality check for all. It's about building a country, an India where data stays ours, our factories run on our own chips, our sisters walk the streets whenever they want to in the night with absolute confidence, and our people in our villages do not feel the need to come to an urban area for dignified employment.
आज भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था सबसे तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही है। किसकी वजह से? भारत के युवाओं के सामर्थ्य से। आज भारत में दुनिया की तीसरा सबसे बड़ा स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम है। किसकी वजह से? भारत के युवाओं के सामर्थ्य से। आज कोई भी सेक्टर हो, भारत का युवा अपना दम खम दिखा रहा है।
As the tricolor rises across the country today, we take a moment to pause, reflect and celebrate. Remember, Independence Day is more than an annual tradition. It's a mirror to our journey. It asks us to look at how far we have come from the fragilities of 1947 and where we are headed as a rising global force. To decode this civilizational story where history, governance and modern economic ambitions meet I'm joined by Sanjeev Sanyal, member of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister's Office, and also someone who's a leading economist and a celebrated historian. Sanjeev, thank you so much for joining me on India Sense. Let me first start by asking you the fact that, we are telling our viewers about the journey that we have traversed from 1947 era of scarcity, the licensing Raj, to what we are aiming to do right now, which is to be in the top 3 global economies in the world. How do you see it?
This is a disrupted environment in which I'm not going to bet on one thing. Because a whole bunch of things are going to happen, I'm creating optionalities because I don't want to bet on that one thing. So anybody comes and says, oh, invest in education and everything will be well. And you'll hear this all the time. I'm sorry, what kind of education? The kinds of education that have existed till now, lecture-based kind of teaching, may all have gone out of the window. That doesn't mean education doesn't matter. It just, it'll be a different way of doing it. But it's evolving. Same thing, let's build, if only we built XYZ infrastructure, everything will get solved. If only we invested in health, everything will. Moment anybody tells me that, I immediately switch off because they do not understand that economics is about taking decisions about opportunity costs and making bets in an environment which is always of uncertainty, but today is of radical uncertainty. So therefore, I am trying to invest into things that allow me options. So for example, make the labor market much more flexible so that people can move from one to the other. I keep discouraging anyone who tries to create protection for some kind of industry. I'm sorry, we will not be able to protect it for very long, except an infant industry which may, grow into something. There is a traditional old industry which is under stress today. I'm sorry, I'll provide maybe some sort of protection for the transition, but you cannot hold out for too long.
So what you're saying is not one thing is actually going to be that game changer. It could be a combination of many policies. I'm going to switch focus and also talk about an issue that's very close to your heart. That is the colonial hangover. You've spoken about it at several points. Even today, as we celebrate our Independence Day, the one thing that many are asking, have we been able to completely shrug off our colonial hangover?
So there are many areas where colonial hangovers are there. Obviously, telling the story better is an important part of it. For far too long, colonial stories and then overlaid by Marxist kind of ideology was what was taught in our textbooks. So that, the good news is, at least up to class 9, the textbooks have already been changed. They're already being taught as we speak. And I've been part of at least changing the economics part of it, but the history and other parts have also been changed. So that is getting done. But I think there are other areas we need to decolonize. For example, popular culture still kind of keeps alive a lot of tropes that shouldn't be there in our thinking framework. So popular culture now is another area that we need to begin to decolonize in various ways. There are other areas that we also need to decolonize, which may not seem like requires decolonization, but in fact it does. For example, take the way Indian professors and academics get promoted. Okay? Oddly enough, in order to get promoted in India, in Indian academia, you need to actually publish in international journals. No matter how good your papers are in Indian journals, you will not get promoted. Okay, there's something called the list called ABDC list. Now that ABDC list is actually issued by the Australians, and there's hardly any Indian journals in there. Now, so we are consequently have colonized ourselves in a sense by perpetuating a system where we seek foreign validation in order to get our own academia to sort of move forward. And then we complain that, we are colonized.
We need to move past seeking foreign validation. But, the one question that many ask is the deepest remnants of the colonial rule and the colonial Raj in India has been the language-based gatekeeping. Gen Zs, of course, are now creating content, building businesses, consuming news and other content in not just English, but regional languages, in vernacular medium. Does that mean finally the end of English language intellectual hegemony?
First of all, the very fact that you use the word vernacular tells you how colonized you are. Yeah, we should say Indian languages. Why do you use the word vernacular? Vernacular, basically, the word itself means that it's something, some provincial thing. And the real deal is English and everything else is vernacular. The fact that Indians use the term vernacular for their own languages tells you the problem. Now, one thing is to commend use of Indian languages, but it is only going to move forward if we create new ideas and debates in that language. And here again, I am afraid we ourselves do not generate new sort of ideas and thoughts and literature in this area.
Indeed.
And so we need to think as a country, where are the great new writers in our Indian languages?
Indeed, in Indian languages, not vernacular. I'm going to leave it there, Sanjeev Sanyal. Thank you so much for joining me. And at the end of the day, yes, decolonization is an ongoing process, and we need to get out of that mindset. Well, viewers, economic growth, when you talk about in this century, means owning our digital destiny. And as we celebrate 80 years of freedom from physical empires, a new kind of sovereign threat is now knocking at our borders. And that is the sovereign digital empire. From algorithmic manipulation to data gatekeeping. The question is no longer if we should rein in big tech. It should be about how. Well, we now look at the immediate flashpoints from the Meta algorithm episodes to foreign-backed applications that are creating concentrated duopolies over our payment systems. India is now finally taking off its velvet gloves. Now, what can India actually do to break this monopoly and the stranglehold, ensure that big tech never dictates terms to a sovereign India again? Well, there are three quick things that I want to point out. Protect digital citizenry requires New Delhi must look past superficial fines and deploy a hard-hitting three-point agenda. It must enforce absolute algorithmic neutrality. Tech giants can no longer hide behind secretive black box source codes that prioritize engagement over truth. Regular, independent audits of platform algorithms must be there. We must break the data monopolies by enforcing strict data interoperability. That's the second thing. Consumers should have the legal right to port their social media data, their networks, their histories seamlessly from one platform to another. By stripping tech giants of their exclusive ownership over user data, India can level the playing field, foster a flourishing ecosystem of indigenous tech alternatives. And the financial cost of non-compliance should be devastating. Those penalties need to shift from flat fee slaps on the wrist to massive revenue percentage fees. And they have happened. The blueprint shows that. EU tightened the screws on big tech through landmark legislations. It forced Apple to open its ecosystem to third-party app stores. It forced the same very Meta to offer ad-free subscription models for data privacy. And penalties, 6% of the company's global turnover. If India wants to protect its digital borders, this is the regulatory steel it needs to adopt. Era of big tech acting as a sovereign digital empire must come to an end now. Well, shifting focus, viewers, New Delhi has bearded the dragon in its den along the eastern frontier. On our landmark Independence Day, India has completely crushed Beijing's cartographic fantasies yet again. The Ministry of External Affairs has officially drawn a line in the sand. For decades, China has been trying to play its usual revisionist map games. But New Delhi has been checking Beijing's agenda on the global stage and will continue to do so. We bring you the definitive, verified timeline of how India turned the tables against China.
On the 7th of August 2026, the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Survey of India systematically drove a wedge into Beijing's propaganda. India officially updated its national cartography to standardize 27 key geographical features across Arunachal Pradesh. The list meticulously locks down Indian names for 21 crucial land sectors, including Longju, Maja and Jairampur, alongside 4 strategic mountain passes, Zola, Rizala, Pukarla and Thagla. By permanently embedding these names into public government records, India has completely left China high and dry, invalidating Beijing's fictitious Zhangnan naming campaigns.
Arunachal Pradesh is an inalienable and integral part of India.
Predictably, Beijing went into absolute overdrive, with its foreign ministry labeling India's sovereign mapping as illegal, null and void. But on the 11th of August, MEA spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal pulled no punches. Jaiswal firmly reminded the international community that Arunachal Pradesh is an inalienable and integral part of India. The MEA made it crystal clear that Beijing cannot call the shots on sovereign Indian territory, dismissing China's manufactured narratives as completely baseless.
Arunachal Pradesh is an inalienable and integral part of India, and this is a fact which is self-evident. At the same time, let me also underline that nothing can change this indisputable reality.
This diplomatic showdown lands right on the heels of tense border reports alleging brief PLA patrolling face-offs in the upper Subansiri district. India's messaging at the latest diplomatic rounds was entirely uncompromising. The MEA delivered a blunt ultimatum. Beijing cannot run with the hare and hunt with the hounds. Jaiswal reiterated that maintaining absolute peace and tranquility on the line of actual control is the mandatory prerequisite. The health of larger bilateral ties relies entirely on a peaceful border. India's legal maps are heavily backed by physical concrete and steel on the ground. Through the hyper-accelerated Frontier Highway project and the critical all-weather Sela Tunnel, New Delhi proves it is always a step ahead of any expansionist designs. Under the Targeted Vibrant Villages program, frontier outposts like Maja and Bisa are fully fortified. 80 years into its independence, a modern, resolute India stands tall, proving its territory is completely non-negotiable. We report NDTV World.
Make no mistake, the days of India merely reacting to expansionism are dead and buried. Beijing can keep churning out its fictional maps, but maps don't change ground realities. Concrete, steel and boots on ground too. 80 years of hard-fought independence and freedom have taught this nation one clear lesson. You do not negotiate with the dragon. You simply build a fortress that it can never breach. Arunachal was, is and always will be part of India, period. All right, on that note, a quick break. We return with more on the other side.
एनडीटीवी और एनडीटीवी के तमाम दर्शकों को एनडीटीवी के रीलॉन्च होने पर ढेर सारी बधाई, ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। उम्मीद करता हूं, विश्वास रखता हूं कि जिस तरीके से एनडीटीवी ने निरंतरता में स्पष्ट सही जानकारी जनता तक पहुंचाने का काम किया, आगे भी उसी जिम्मेदारी से ये इस उत्तरदायित्व को निभाने का कार्य करेंगे।
मैं एनडीटीवी और उनके दर्शकों को बधाई देना चाहता हूं, शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। हम विकसित भारत कैसे बने, हमारे विकसित गांव कैसे बने, उस दिशा में एनडीटीवी अपने पॉजिटिव व्यूज और हमेशा सार्थक रहेगा।
Congratulations NDTV on your new avatar. Always stand up for freedom and liberty.
My best wishes to NDTV as always, and I'm sure in the new format people will get even more interesting and more informative news.
I wish the entire NDTV and its team all the very best.
I wish NDTV and the whole team and all the viewers the very best.
और NDTV परिवार को मैं अपनी ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ, बहुत बधाई देता हूँ।
NDTV team, all the very best.
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल, paid.
Really?
Your mobile recharge is done.
How?
Make all kinds of payments using the Bheem Payments app and get cashback of up to ₹300 every month. Use Bheem app to pay.
It's the Mahi way. थोड़े में ज़्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा।
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the Kohler Spa at home.
New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
When others are warming up, I'm raring to go. The stories that matter, the stories that shape your life.
Hello and welcome to watching Prime 5 with me, Raisha Sehgal. What's happening? How to
The show that sets the prime time agenda.
We'll be deep diving into this topic to tell you what's at stake.
Join me, Raisha Sehgal, on Prime 5, only on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
मीठा या नमकीन, चाहे जैसे खाओ, 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसेली, स्वादिष्ट, सेहतमंद, हर रोज।
Three decades of watching the world change. Of asking the questions that couldn't wait. Of telling the stories that couldn't be ignored. Of holding the line when it mattered most. Times change, our purpose doesn't. NDTV 24/7 is now NDTV, when it really matters.
Welcome back to Watching India Sense, and this 15th August, a story that finds resonance around the world. 15th August is now being celebrated not just inside India's borders, but now across the world. Governments across the world are officially joining the party. US states are leading the charge, passing historic resolutions one after the other. These official declarations are becoming now dime a dozen this week, proving India's geopolitical influence that's truly hitting its stride. This report tells you where all in international capitals is 15th August being marked with celebrations.
A coordinated wave of official recognition is sweeping through major political hubs, legally cementing August 15 as a historic day of celebration. In Delaware, Governor Matthew Mayer signed a proclamation praising the state's vibrant Indian-American workforce. In New York, Governor Kathy Hochul formally recognized the date, citing shared trade and democratic values. New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill and Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey enacted matching state laws. While Boston Mayor Michelle Wu timed the city's declaration with the opening of a brand new Indian consulate. Do not mistake these as just symbolic gestures anymore. Having these state governments pass official law to recognize our Independence Day shows our community's real political and economic heft. The momentum extends far beyond the US. Major economic hubs in Europe, West Asia, and the Asia-Pacific region are actively participating. International landmarks, including the Empire State Building and the Space Needle, are lighting up their structures in the Indian tricolour to mark the occasion. Be it local city councils or foreign ministries, governments are also shifting from passive observers to active participants in India's National Day. Policies are signed, the landmarks are lit, and the global focus is clear. And this is how India ascends.
80 years of freedom means we don't let anyone gatekeep our future. Let us build an India that boldly owns its digital destiny, its sovereign borders, and its unstoppable ascent. Thank you so much for watching this special episode.
A new look that reflects a new India. Congratulations to NDTV on this exciting new chapter. Wishing you all a great success in this new avatar. All the very, very best, NDTV.
A new look that reflects new India. Congratulations to NDTV on this exciting new chapter. Wishing NDTV great success in its new avatar. NDTV has always brought the big stories closer to the people. This new avatar is fresh, dynamic, and truly contemporary.
I would like to extend my best wishes to NDTV on its brand new launch. NDTV has redefined news coverage in India, and to this next chapter looks incredible, exciting, and promising. Don't wait any longer. Let's see some great news and brave ground reporting.
A new look that reflects new India. Congratulations to NDTV on this exciting new chapter. Here's wishing Aditya and Shiv and the entire team of NDTV great success in their new avatar.
NDTV has always been on the forefront of news in India. They have always brought stories of the people to the people. And now they're coming out with a new avatar. I wish them good luck in this new exciting journey. Best of luck, NDTV.
A new look that reflects new India. Congratulations to NDTV on this exciting new chapter. Wishing NDTV great success in its new avatar. NDTV has always brought the big story close to the people. This new avatar is fresh, dynamic, and truly contemporary. My best wishes to the entire team.
Electricity bill paid.
Really?
Your mobile recharge is done.
How?
Make all kinds of payments using the Bheem Payments app and get cashback of up to ₹300 every month. Use Bheem app to pay.
It's the Mahi way.
हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से
देश का टायर जेके टायर।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये ही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा
मसाला।
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the Cola Spa at home.
When others are warming up, I'm raring to go. The stories that matter, the stories that shape your life.
Hello and welcome to watching Prime 5 with me, Raisha Sehgal. What's Saturday? How to
The show that sets the prime time agenda.
We'll be deep diving into this topic to tell you what's at stake.
Join me, Raisha Sehgal, on Prime 5, only on NDTV.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
मीठा या नमकीन, चाहे जैसे खाओ, 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसली, स्वादिष्ट, सेहतमंद, हर रोज।
A world of questions. Ideas that challenge the ordinary. Conversations that connect countries and cultures. Where different worlds find common ground. NDTV World brings Nepal's ideas to the world. NDTV Anviksha, Ideas Across Borders. The Nepal Dialogue. 27th August, Kathmandu, Nepal.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad साहब ऐसे मत कीजिए. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do. And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of good.
Hello and welcome. My name is Reet Kaur Sahani and you're watching The Breakfast Show. We've got an action-packed show lined up just for you, but first up are the headlines. Congress caught in Vande Mataram row on Independence Day. The BJP accuses the Grand Old Party of objecting to the singing of the full version of Vande Mataram at the party's Independence Day event. This is a charge that has been dismissed by the Congress as untrue. Congress versus RSS showdown is escalating. Karnataka Home Minister Priyank Kharge targeted the RSS, accusing it of creating communal rights. Tamil Nadu BJP Chief Naina Nagendran has stoked a controversy with his remarks on Tamil Nadu Chief Minister on Independence Day. Days after his Bolachi show of strength, Annamalai is back with We the Leaders 2.0, this time taking the political outreach to Chennai with the environment at the centre of the campaign. Meanwhile, in Punjab, Shiromani Akali Dal Member Parliament Harsimrat Kaur Badal termed the attack on her husband Sukhbir Singh Badal in Nanded, Maharashtra, a well-planned political conspiracy. She even said that this was aimed at disturbing the peace of Punjab. Breaking news coming in at this hour from Maharashtra. Let's take you through it. Well, politics in Maharashtra has in fact started over former Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan's comment on former Union Minister and BJP leader Gopinath Munde. So, huge political row now brewing in Maharashtra as Prithviraj Chavan claims that Gopinath Munde was about to join the Congress party. That's right, an important update coming in as we're understanding that there seems to now be a huge political drought that's brewing in Maharashtra. Politics, remember, has erupted over former Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan's comments on former Union Minister and BJP leader Gopinath Munde, saying that he was about to join the Congress party. Let's take you through the reactions coming in at this hour.
माहित नाही काहीतरी केली मी ऐकू नये पण एक गोष्ट आता तुम्ही प्रश्न विचारला सांगतो मी त्यांच्या पिताजींना आम्ही काँग्रेसमध्ये घ्यायचा प्रयत्न केला मी मुख्यमंत्री असताना गोपीनाथ मुंडे आमचं सगळं ठरलं सोनिया गांधींची परवानगी घेतली त्यांनी माझ्याकडे मत मागितलं की मला मी राजीनामा द्यावा लागेल मला खासदारकीचा पण मला मंत्री करा कारण मला पोटनिवडणूक लढावी लागेल आणि दोघं म्हणजे भाजपची नागपूरचे दोघं आहेत ते मला काही निवडून देणार नाहीत तिथं त्यावेळेला जातीवादाचा विषय होताच तिथं मला मंत्री करा मी त्यांच्याशी बोलताना सांगितलं, म्हटलं काय हरकत नाही, म्हटलं कॅबिनेट मंत्री तर एकदम शक्य होईल का माहित नाही, म्हटलं राज्यमंत्री स्वतंत्र बरोबर करता येईल. आमचं सगळं ठरलं. ते गुप्तपणे आले. मी महाराष्ट्र सदनात राहता एका हॉटेलमध्ये राहिलो, कोणाला कळू नये. आयुष्यातली राजकीय सर्वात मोठी चूक झाली ती की मी पंतप्रधान न विचारता सोनिया गांधींना विचारून हो म्हटलं, चला जमेल. पंतप्रधानांना बोलवलं, म्हटले तू हे परस्पर त्यांना आश्वासन दिले का? लगेच लक्षात आलं. म्हटलं हो नाही, मी मॅडमला विचारले, पण तुम्हाला विचारायचं चूकच झाली राहिली. तर म्हटले एका भाजपच्या सत्ताधारी विरोधी पक्ष गटनेत्याला मी जर आपल्या पक्षात घेऊन त्याला मंत्री केलं, ती लाच दिल्यासारखे मी बिलकुल करणार नाही.
आणि कमळातच ते विसावलेले आहे आणि हे त्यांची पूर्ण जी जर्नी आहे ती जर्नी आहे. आता राजकारणामध्ये आजच्या परिस्थितीमध्ये अजूनही त्यांचं नाव लोक घेतात. कोणत्याही अर्थाने मी नाही म्हणत की पृथ्वीराज बाबांनी अनादराने घेतलंय, आदरानेच घेतलं असेल. तर ज्या संघटनेला मुंडे साहेबांनी एवढा मोठा वटवृक्ष बनवला, त्या मुंडे साहेबांनी त्या संघटनेला जे दिलंय त्यानंतर मला वाटत नाही की अशा पद्धतीने त्यांच्याविषयी विचार आता करण्याची आवश्यकता.
विरोधी पक्षातील
मला वाटतं अट नव्हती तेव्हा, पण ठीक आहे, तर त्याच्यात मी जात नाही. जास्ती गौप्यस्फोट मी नाही करत, कारण जवळून पाहिलेलं आहे मी ते. आणि त्याच्यात माझ्या आजोबांनी त्यांना काय सांगितलं आणि रोखलं होतं ते पण मला माहिती आहे.
The broadcast to bring us the details. Prajakta, there seems to be a huge political drama brewing in Maharashtra regarding Prithviraj Chavan's comments. Help us understand, has a clarification been issued from the other side, and what exactly it is that the former Chief Minister is saying?
As we listen, that veteran leader and former Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan has claimed that the late Gopinath Munde was ready to join the Congress during the tenure of Chief Minister that Prithviraj Chavan, and he was everything was set to join the Congress. He had offered to the cabinet minister, and he asked for the cabinet minister, and Congress offered him the Ministry of State position. The Sonia Gandhi had already had decided to take him into the Congress, and she had given a green signal to take him into the Congress. Everything was the set that Prithviraj Chavan had claimed that after that he went to the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and he shared that idea that Manmohan Singh scolded him, and he was angry with this idea. He said, if we are taking the deputy opposition leader into the Congress, that would like to give a bribe to the opposition, and he told them that just call off this idea, and that idea was dropped, and that he called off this idea. And after that, Chavan said that Gopinath Munde was eager to join Congress just because of his rival Nitin Gadkari. He was a national president, and he reportedly being the sideline, and he was not happy in the BJP. And after this comment, we asked some BJP leaders. The BJP leader claimed that.
Absolutely, Prajakta. Thank you so much for joining us and breaking down those political developments for us. We actually have some more updates coming in at this hour. Let's take our viewers through them. Now, at the Congress headquarters in Delhi on Independence Day, the version of Vande Mataram was sung, and it even triggered, remember, a political controversy. The political fight erupted over a video of Sonia Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge and even Rahul Gandhi making gestures while their rendition continued. The BJP alleged that the leaders were signalling for the song to be stopped, alleging that the Congress party till date resists the full redemption of Vande Mataram. The BJP even says that the Congress party have insulted the national song. Now the Congress party has denied any such attempt, saying that Sonia Gandhi was only asking for a chair for Mallikarjun Kharge, who had been standing for a long time. The footage subsequently sparked a wider political row over Congress party's position on the full rendition of the national song. Here's what both sides are saying on the political controversy. Listen in.
हम कांग्रेस की सर्वोच्च नेतृत्व, क्योंकि इसमें तीनों शामिल हैं, सर्वोच्च नेतृत्व के इस आचरण की निंदा करते हैं और यह अपेक्षा करते हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी इसके लिए देश से माफी मांगे और यह स्पष्टीकरण दे कि उन्होंने ऐसा आचरण क्यों किया। और यदि कांग्रेस ऐसा नहीं करती है तो संविधान के प्रति उनकी सच्ची निष्ठा और स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के प्रति उनकी श्रद्धा और करोड़ों भारतवासियों के मान और सम्मान के प्रति उनके विश्वास पर गहरा प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है।
1937 28 अक्टूबर कलकत्ता का CWC रेजोल्यूशन में स्पष्ट जो हमें रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर जी की सलाह पे जो एक्सेप्ट किया था वर्जन वंदे मातरम का, वही वर्जन हमारी पार्टी के फंक्शंस में चलाना चाहिए।
लाल किला पर वंदे मातरम गाया गया, दोनों विपक्ष के नेता वहां नदारद थे और पूरे देश में जहां भी झंडा तोलन हुआ पहले वंदे मातरम गाया गया। हमने भी अपने निवास पर झंडा तोलन किया, पहले वंदे मातरम हुआ, पूरा गाया गया, लेकिन कांग्रेस दफ्तर में उसको रोका। ये बहुत दुर्भाग्य।
कानून के हिसाब से जो भी अगर इस पर कहीं केस दर्ज होता है या फिर उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाती है, आप मांग करते हैं सर कार्रवाई भी होनी चाहिए।
वो नियम के हिसाब से सभी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। अगर उन्होंने पूरा नहीं गाया है, जो हमने वीडियो देखा बीच में रोकने का प्रयास हो जी, तो कार्रवाई तो होगी।
इस देश की परंपरा में जो पार्लियामेंट में अडॉप्ट किया गया था उसमें ये नहीं रहा है और अपने अपने तौर पर जो जहाँ गाना है गाए, लेकिन कांग्रेस की परंपरा में पार्लियामेंट में जो अडॉप्शन हुआ ये सब वो नहीं था जो आज हुआ है। तो इस पे विचार होगा, पार्टी के अंदर भी विचार होगा।
तो बीच में
एक
कांग्रेस नेतृत्व
मौजूदा सरकार भी बहुत कुछ तय करती है, वो तो इतिहास को अपने तरीके से गढ़ना चाहती है, अपनी तरह का बनाना चाहती है बिना किसी योगदान के। तो ये संघर्ष का विषय है, कोई एक दिन का रिजॉल्व इतनी जल्दी होगा नहीं। ये संघर्ष के बाद फिर हम उसी रास्ते पे आएंगे जिसमें तमाम समुदाय के लिए, मेरे लिए मेरी ज़मीन मादरे वतन है, ये ज़मीन माँ है मेरे लिए, मादरे वतन है, तो हम उस मादरे वतन के एक इंच से भी हटने को तैयार नहीं है। लेकिन साथ साथ अपनी विरासत, अपनी परंपरा, अपने भाईचारा, अपने सहिष्णुता, अपने सद्भावना के उस पूरी राह पे चलने को भी तैयार है, उसको भी एक इंच भी छोड़ने को तैयार नहीं।
For 80 years, the Congress party has only played vote bank politics. They could not even say Vande Mataram proudly. And now, when they want votes in the name of Tiranga, they play a narrative which is shameful. I think that any person who does not sing the national song with respect only shows you that they are only playing vote bank politics. And real patriotism is when you sing a song called Vande Mataram with pride. And maybe Mr. Gandhi and Mrs. Gandhi both must apologize to the nation because तिरंगा याद करना है तो शुरुआत होती है वंदे मातरम से।
देखिए, राष्ट्रीय ध्वज और राष्ट्रीय गीत का अपमान मौजूदा कांग्रेस पार्टी की पहचान बन चुका है। राष्ट्रीय गीत है और राष्ट्रीय गीत को अगर हमने पूर्ण रूप से बहाल किया है तो वो हर जगह पर पूरी तरह ही बचेगा। तो मुझे लगता है कांग्रेस को अपने गिरबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए। केवल कुछ कट्टरपंथियों को लुभाने के लिए, केवल कुछ कट्टरपंथियों को साथ रखने के लिए अब वो राष्ट्रीय गीत का भी अपमान कर रही है।
जिस प्रकार से सम्मान में सावधान खड़े होना चाहिए, उनमें से एक भी खड़ा नहीं था। बातें कर रहे थे, घूम रहे थे। और इतना ही नहीं है, खड़गे साहब ने बाद में जो अपना भाषण दिया उसमें उन्होंने बहुत कहा कि हमने देश को ये दिया, हमने देश को ये दिया, हमने देश को ये दिया, पर वो ये नहीं बताते कि उन्होंने देश के साथ क्या किया। भारत का विभाजन किया, करोड़ों लोगों को बेघर किया, 10 लाख लोग मारे गए, ये भी तो कांग्रेस ने किया।
All right, let's now take you to Karnataka. Now, the Congress versus RSS showdown is now escalating. In the latest, the Karnataka Home Minister Priyank Kharge has targeted the RSS, accusing it of creating communal riots. He further asked, and I quote, which freedom struggle did the RSS participate in? Rebuking the criticism of the upcoming public property bill, Kharge said that the BJP has Priyank phobia. He further said that the bill doesn't name any specific organization or claim to ban anyone. He further claimed that the controversy is unwarranted and that the bill draft isn't out yet, and that as Home Minister, he is responsible to regulate public spaces. He even went on to say that he is only following the court's orders. We're tracking some more updates coming in at this hour, this time from Tamil Nadu. Nayanar Nagendran, the BJP chief in Tamil Nadu, has stoked a controversy with his remarks on the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister on Independence Day. Reacting to Chief Minister C. Joseph's "Where's your father?" slight at the DMK leader Udhanidhi Stalin, referencing MK Stalin after the poll loss, the BJP politician made an unsavory remark. He said that some are searching for a father, but only by asking the mother at home can one know who the father is. The remark drew a scathing response from the TVK, which demanded an immediate apology, calling Nagendran's language low class and crossing all political boundaries. After backlash, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief issued a clarification saying that his intent was not to hurt anyone and that he respects all mothers and even the motherland.
என்ன செய்ய முடியும் இந்த நாட்டில்? காரணம் சட்டமன்றத்திலே போய் அப்பா வைங்க தேடுறாங்க. வீட்டில் போய் அம்மாட்ட கேட்டால் தானே அப்பா யாருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனால் சட்டமன்றத்தில் போய் அப்பாவை தேடினா யாரும் கிடையாது. இப்படிப்பட்டவர்களுடைய ஆட்சி தான் இன்னைக்கு நடந்து கொண்டு அந்த மாதிரி சூழ்நிலையை இன்னைக்கு பாரத பிரதமர் செய்த.
Well, since we're on the subject of Tamil Nadu, let me take you through some more developments coming in. Now, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay marked his first Independence Day in office with the state celebrations in Chennai. But it was actor Trisha's presence that drew significant attention. Seated alongside Vijay's parents and seen actively participating in the ceremony, Trisha appeared to be unfazed by political attacks and trolling surrounding her. Her presence, from waving at Vijay's arrival to saluting him during the Guard of Honor, became a talking point in its own right. Here's a detailed report that brings you all the details. Take a look.
This was Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay's first Independence Day after taking oath. Among those in attendance, one celebrity presence immediately caught attention: actor Trisha. Seated alongside Vijay's parents, S.A. Chandrasekhar and Shobha Chandrasekhar, Trisha's appearance comes amid the intense political spotlight. She's been under constant attack from Vijay's opponents, from double-meaning jibes to her intent being questioned.
நம்ம முதல்வர் விஜயின் அன்புக்குரியவராக அன்னி திரிசா மேடம் அவர்களை எப்போது தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய துணை முதல்வராக நியமனம் செய்து அறிவிப்பு வெளிவரும் என்று அதிர்ச்சியோடு ஆவலோடும் காத்திருக்கிறது அன்னை தமிழகம்.
But on Saturday, none of this mattered. For the celebrations, Trisha chose a simple yet graceful traditional outfit. She wore a gold-toned sari and kept her styling understated, with minimal jewelry complementing the look. A floral gajra in her hair added a classic touch. Amid the political attacks and trolling, Trisha looked quite at ease. Trisha's presence was a response to these attacks and trolls. She waved enthusiastically as the Chief Minister arrived for the state event. One video that has drawn particular attention shows Trisha saluting Chief Minister Vijay as he passes by in a jeep while receiving the Guard of Honor. She clicked pictures through the ceremony. As Vijay marked his first Independence Day as Chief Minister, Trisha's presence sent out its own quiet message. She was there, and she was firmly in the front row. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Let's bring you up to date to more developments coming in from Tamil Nadu. Now, days after his Pulachi show of strength, Annamalai is back with We the Leaders 2.0. This time taking the political outreach to even Chennai, with the environment being the center of this very campaign. And remember that this is more than just another public event. Since his June 5th exit from BJP, Annamalai has been steadily building We the Leaders as an issue-based political movement. From the anti-drug campaign in Pulachi to environmental protection in Chennai, signalling a long-term political roadmap. The journey of We the Leaders has been rapid. Launched on June 5th, the platform's first major rally was in Pulachi on the 12th of June. It centered on drug-free Tamil Nadu, and now Chennai is hosting its second major event with environmental protection as the theme. Remember that Annamalai is also eyeing the big political road, especially given that he might be contesting in the 2031 Tamil Nadu polls. My colleague Vijay Gopal is with us on the broadcast. Vijay Gopal, of course, Annamalai is now charting his own territory, is making his own mark after his stint with the BJP. Walk us through what he's up to these past couple of days. We're seeing that he's championing for environment, he's championing for an anti-drug Tamil Nadu.
That's right. Annamalai is strengthening his ground, what he had called us as We the Leaders organization. He founded that organization in 2020, but after he resigned from the BJP, he started to strengthening that specific organization. He has earlier announced saying that he will convert that into a political party as time comes. And he had set a target of more number of members, volunteers joining the organization. The membership drive across Tamil Nadu is also on full swing. On the other hand, Annamalai held a first conference last month in Pollachi district as a part of drug awareness campaign. He spoke in his first rally after he left BJP also, where he had called for a youth to be part of politics. He also pointed out that Gen Z will play a huge role in 2031 election. And also he hinted there will be a tough fight in 2031 and possibly his team will also win a more number of seats also. Now today, Annamalai is going to be part of Walk with Annamalai's environmental awareness rally. In Chennai, the rally is going to happen and it is going to start around 3 p.m. where we are expecting more number of volunteers of the Be the Leaders organization to be part of this rally.
Absolutely, Vijay. 2031 is going to be very interesting when it comes to the election because, of course, you've Annamalai preparing for it on one hand, the active Vijay, of course, the Chief Minister, and, reports also of Dhanush also wanting to enter politics. Of course, one very interesting election coming in and we'll bring you all the details. In fact, tracking more updates coming in from different parts of the country. Let's move focus to Punjab. Over 48 hours after the attack on Sukhbir Singh Badal, Akali Dal has hit the streets with a strong political message. At a rally in Khanna in Punjab, Harsimrat Kaur Badal, his wife and also an Akali Dal member parliament, broke down while recalling the attack on her husband. She said that she was not supposed to be at the rally. Sukhbir Singh Badal was supposed to be present. She called the assailant a Guru Dokhi, saying that someone who attacks a person while praying can never be a Sikh. Meanwhile, the Akali Dal has demanded an NIA probe be conducted into the attack, with senior leader of the Akali Dal, Bikram Singh Majithia, calling the incident extremely disturbing.
For the 2 days before that, who was a known terrorist, who in his written statement has said, I have got RDX and other things in UP for which I'm going to use to destabilize the country. But despite all that, such a weak case was presented that he came out on bail in 3 months and he's out roaming around again. I'm shocked that neither the Commissioner of Police Bullar, nor the DGP Gaurav Yadav, nor the Chief Minister, and nor that SP who was roaming around escorting him have taken any action. They have not even taken Sukhbir Singh Badal's statement or his security statement. So because that case was treated so lightly, it has given rise to others to think that they can do the same, which is why in a Guru Ghar, where everybody has a right to go to their religious place and to worship whoever they believe in that place, antisocial elements are beginning to take. If a Sikh is not safe in his own Guru Ghar because of these antisocial elements who want to destabilize Punjab and the country, then we need to get to the bottom of this nexus as to who is responsible for this and take strict action against them, which is why I have requested CM Fadnavis ji to get to the bottom of this, and I have written to the Home Minister because it's interstate and we suspect it may be across the border also. NIA, National Investigative Agency, must come in and do a thorough investigation to see that who is trying to burn and destabilize Punjab and the nation.
All right, breaking news coming in from West Bengal. Let's take you through it. The hanging body of a former Trinamool MLA, Ashish Banerjee, has been recovered in Rampur Hat. He served as the Deputy Speaker during Mamata Banerjee's tenure. Some disturbing information coming in from West Bengal, where we're learning that Ashish Banerjee, the former Trinamool MLA from Rampur Hat, has died under mysterious circumstances. He was found hanging and his body has been recovered early this morning from the party office located right next to his residence. The body has been sent for post-mortem examination. My colleague Ritik Mondal now joins us on the broadcast to bring us the details. Ritik, this is some shocking information that's coming to us early this morning. Walk us through the details. What do we know so far?
Yes, really shocking. What we're picking up at this point in time, the hanging body of the former Deputy Speaker and 5-time TMC MLA has been recovered from a party office which was adjacent to his residence located in Birbhum's Rampurhat this morning. That has triggered, a lot of, tension in the area. Many locals have gathered in the area, but though we do not know the cause of his death, its body has been recovered in a mysterious condition. We are given to understand a suicide note or a handwritten note has been recovered from the same party office. But as per the political perspective is concerned, we are given to understand that Ashish Banerjee, a very senior politician and who had been 5-time MLA from Rampurhat seat and was aloof from the politics in the defeat of Trinamool Congress happened after the 2026 election. And very interestingly, on 22nd of June, when another order the Trinamool Congress faction, the rebel faction led by Rituparto Banerjee, held a very crucial meeting in order to float the real Trinamool Congress. In that particular meeting in Kolkata's adjacent New Town, Ashish Banerjee, he was also attended. So since the defeat of Trinamool Congress, he was maintaining a distance from the limelight of politics, but his mysterious death has triggered a lot of tension in the area. Police is investigating and also checking that the suicide note which has recovered from his party office.
Right, devastating information coming to the fore from West Bengal. Thank you so much for joining us and bringing us those updates. We're tracking some more news coming in at this hour and shifting focus. Now, serious food and safety concerns are now emerging from Karnataka as well as Maharashtra, with 2 separate incidents raising questions over hygiene and even storage standards. In Bengaluru, health officials conducted a surprise inspection at a KFC outlet following a consumer complaint alleging that the chicken ordered from the outlet was stale and even had an unpleasant taste. Officials sealed this go-down and even collected chicken samples from there, which have now been sent to a lab for testing. Further action will depend on the test results. Meanwhile, in Thane's Kalyan, remember in Maharashtra, a viral video has now in fact even shown a rat inside an ice cream freezer at a Blinkit dark store. The rodent was reportedly spotted near the packaged ice cream by even customers who recorded the very incident. Citizens are now demanding immediate action coming in from the FDA. Well, that's all for now on The Breakfast Show. With that, we're slipping into a short break. See you on the other side with more news and updates.
मैं एनडीटीवी की पूरी टीम को बहुत ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं देती हूं, बधाई देती हूं कि वो जिस तरीके से जनता की आवाज़ बन करके अपना प्रस्तुतिकरण करते हैं, जिस तरीके से वो हर खबर को और हर कहानी को जनता के बीच लेके जाते हैं और उत्साहजनक तरीके से अब वो ये काम करेंगे। ढेरों शुभकामनाएं, ढेरों बधाई।
एनडीटीवी का नया रूप नए भारत की बदलती हुई तस्वीर है और इस नए रूप के लिए मैं एनडीटीवी की पूरी टीम को बहुत बधाइयाँ देता हूँ, बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ कि वो सफलताओं की नई ऊंचाइयों को प्राप्त करेंगे। मेरी बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
NDTV has been a legacy network. Generations have grown up watching NDTV, and now that it is coming in a new avatar, we welcome it and wish all the very best to the network.
NDTV has always brought the big stories closer to the people. This new avatar is fresh, dynamic and contemporary. My best wishes to the entire team of NDTV.
मैं NDTV के टीम को और NDTV के दर्शकों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, बहुत बहुत उनका अभिनंदन करता हूं।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से।
देश का टायर, JK टायर।
Electricity bill paid.
Really?
Your mobile recharge is done.
How? Make all kinds of payments using the Bheem Payments app and get cashback of up to ₹300 every month. Use Bheem app to pay.
It's the Mahi way. थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the coolest spa at home.
जानते हैं मैं एलीट मैट्रिमोनी क्यों रिकमेंड करता हूं? 17 years of experience, largest database of elite profiles, और 100% confidentiality. Elite Matrimony, India's most successful matchmaking service for the elite.
New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
When others are warming up, I'm raring to go. The stories that matter, the stories that shape your life.
Hello and welcome to watching Prime 5 with me, Raisha Sehgal. What's happening? How to
The show that sets the prime time agenda.
We'll be deep diving into this topic to tell you what's at stake.
Join me, Raisha Sehgal, on Prime 5, only on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
मीठा या नमकीन, चाहे जैसे खाओ, 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसेली, स्वादिष्ट, सेहतमंद, हर रोज।
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's small.
New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
Watching Fault Lines with me, Gauri Dwivedi. This week, the geopolitical tectonic plates are shifting at a very rapid pace, viewers. First, we tell you about Washington, which has torn up its decades-old nuclear playbook. As three global adversaries threaten to align, the US now prepares for a dangerous new reality, fighting a multi-front nuclear war simultaneously. The unholy nexus and axis between Moscow and Pyongyang. We tell you more about that. It is deepening, and a stunning new claim from Ukrainian President Zelensky reveals that thousands of North Korean troops are moving to the front lines and what that means in this war. And finally, triumph of the tricolor. As we all mark our Independence Day, we celebrate the absolute resolve to protect our freedom more than ever. We look back at the definitive, game-changing weapons that turned the tide of history as always. For over half a century, the global nuclear balance rested on a terrifying but a predictable math, viewers, that Washington versus Moscow. Cold War treaties kept the atomic genie in a bottle. But now that bottle has been completely shattered. The Pentagon is now quietly drafting a radical new nuclear doctrine. The old model of focusing on just one primary adversary is now over. Washington now faces a nightmare of a scenario it has never encountered till now: the distinct possibility of fighting a simultaneous multi-theater nuclear conflict. Russia has broadened its nuclear threshold. China is executing a very rapid expansion of its atomic arsenal, and North Korea has legally codified preemptive nuclear strikes. Now, the US is rapidly pivoting to tactical, short-range options to deter regional aggression. But as the last remaining binding caps on strategic warheads lapse, critics warn the possibility of walking directly into a multi-peer arms race with practically no guardrails. The question is how America's nuclear strategy must now evolve for a battlefield that could look very different from what it did till now. And let's walk you through what that could be. The foundational pillars of American deterrence have collapsed. Washington is now abandoning the old singular focus on Russia, rushing to prepare for a multi-front nuclear battlefield. The threat is now a triple-headed hydra, if you want to call it. Moscow is lowering its deployment threshold, Beijing is aggressively stockpiling warheads, and Pyongyang is ready to pull a preemptive trigger. This is a fundamental strategic overhaul. The transition from managing a single peer adversary to containing an aggressive, interconnected web of nuclear-armed nations. The Pentagon's immediate blueprint is prioritizing regional readiness, demanding flexible tactical assets to lock down multiple operational theaters, enforce deterrence before the point of no return. It leaves global security hanging on one razor-sharp and practically an existential question, if you want to call it. Can the US now deter three distinct nuclear states without inadvertently sparking a global Armageddon? Let's get in Ariel Cohen, who's a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, joining me live to talk more on what this could actually mean. Mr. Cohen, there's been a complete rejig as far as the nuclear doctrine is concerned, isn't it? We are now way past the Cold War era, but your thoughts on how it's now shaping up to be?
Well, first of all, the United States lagged behind the Russian Federation and the Soviet Union just in sheer number of tactical nuclear warheads. And these days, it's hard to tell what is tactical and what is strategic. They say that up to 10 or maybe even 20 kilotons, that's still tactical. But remember, Hiroshima and Nagasaki each were about 20 kilotons, if I remember correctly. The Soviets had several thousands tactical nukes. The United States had several hundred, more than enough to spoil your day. And they never got to a point where these tactical nuclear weapons were subject to a verifiable arms control treaty. So what you mentioned now is that even the strategic big nukes, arms control, the START 3, that treaty expired. And because of the war in Ukraine, because of more aggressive Russian posture, and because the United States for decades did not want arms control because it's a stronger country technologically and economically, we are now in an uncharted territory. We did not have an environment since 1960s for, 60 years, that there was no arms control treaty. What it means, I would add one more front, one more theater to your three. You mentioned North Korea, China, and Russia. I would add Iran as a threshold country for the Middle East.
The reason why I didn't mention Iran also is the fact that it was only last year that those B-2 bomber strikes took place. A lot of Iranian nuclear capabilities have been decimated. Be that as it may,
the fact that there is now a complete realignment as far as the nuclear doctrine is concerned, how do you see this now shaping up in the new world order? And the arms race, that we like it or not, has only increased.
Look, we war gamed and modeled this situation, and especially we're concerned about nuclear proliferation to new members such as Iran, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, etc. And the more players you have, the less stable the environment is. That was our conclusion. But as the Russians and the Chinese and North Koreans are increasing the availability of lower yield weapons, the United States has no choice but go the same way. And I suspect India and Pakistan will go the same way as well.
Okay, as far as India-Pakistan is concerned, there are many variables there, Mr. Cohen, and I'm going to keep that out of this conversation because it also, of course, tends to derail this. Because at the end of the day, when you talk about through the prism through which we are actually seeing it, which is post the Cold War era into the present times that we are in, the multiple threats that US is now facing, in your assessment, what do you think could be America's, Pentagon's next set of priorities and focus areas, given the present situation?
Well, what concerns me is swarms of drones controlled by AI. You can have hundreds of thousands of those. We saw that in Ukraine and in Iran, these drones often get to target and all of them cannot be shot down. And if you put these small tactical nuclear weapons on these drones, you can saturate the battlefield with an Armageddon quality amount of explosives, if you're talking about nuclear explosives. Therefore, for defense, you need to develop laser beam weapons, laser cannon to shoot down the drones. You can also move to negotiations. I would love to see U.S. negotiating verifiable nuclear agreements with Russia, with China.
So we would all love to see some peace on the table. There isn't any peace on the table, unfortunately. Those era of negotiations, unfortunately, are not happening. And nuclear talks, most certainly, between these adversaries are unlikely to happen. I'm going to leave it there, Mr. Cohen. Thank you so much.
Never say never.
Never say never. Let's always hope for peace, even as we prepare for several other eventualities. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Mr. Cohen, for speaking to me on Fault Lines. Shifting focus to a dangerous military alliance that has evolved from a transactional back alley deal into a full-scale active combat partnership. We're talking about the relationship between Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, which is no longer just about trading shells for satellite technology. North Korea has already functioned as Russia's primary arms warehouse, supplying massive quantities of artillery, ballistic missiles to fuel the war in Ukraine. But Pyongyang's skin in the game is flesh and blood. Ukrainian President Zelensky has issued an urgent warning, saying that North Korea is now preparing to deploy an astonishing 30,000, maybe even 50,000 personnel to assist Russia. This isn't just about plugging Russian battlefield casualties. UN command leaders warn that this deployment gives North Korean troops unprecedented real-world exposure to modern electronic warfare, to drone tactics. An alliance born out of mutual isolation has now officially matured into a battle-hardened axis, fundamentally rewriting the security calculus from Europe all the way till the Korean Peninsula.
Це вперше в історії Росії, коли у них вже немає безпечного стратегічного тилу. І це вперше вони не можуть воювати без добавок із Північної Кореї. Зараз готуються розмістити на своїй території ще додатковий контингент корейців. Отримали, уявіть собі, додаткову балістику від Північної Кореї. Чим більше тут у нас в Україні, в Європі, північно-корейських влучань, чим більше буде застосувань їхніх ракет та солдатів, чим більше вони виправлятимуть свої недосконалості та незнання, тим, відповідно, буде і більше небезпеки потім для Японії, для Республіки Корея, для Філіппін.
That, of course, was Ukrainian President Zelensky raising the alarm bell. But what's the entire equation all about? How significant this could actually be? And more importantly, does it actually threaten global security? This report answers that for you.
A new chapter in Russia-Ukraine war is unfolding. And this time the battlefield is carrying the fingerprints of North Korea. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia has used North Korean ballistic missiles in attacks in Ukraine. Kyiv says the missiles were fired at targets in southern Ukraine. And this is no longer just about weapons. North Korea has moved from supplying ammunition to sending missiles to deploying its own soldiers alongside Russian forces. This is not an aberration, as Ukraine has previously identified some North Korean weapons being used by Russia. And Kyiv says this cooperation is expanding rapidly. North Korea has supplied Russia with huge quantities of ammunition. Ukrainian intelligence says around 4 million artillery shells were delivered from mid-2023, excluding mortar rounds. Ukrainian officials have said North Korean supplies have at times accounted for roughly half of the munitions Russia needs at the front. That's not all. According to Ukrainian intelligence, a North Korean missile unit is deploying to western Russia. The reported package could include up to 120 ballistic missiles and 6 launchers. And then comes the most dramatic escalation. North Korea has reportedly sent thousands of soldiers to Russia. Around 14,000 to 15,000 North Korean troops have been involved since 2024, with forces fighting alongside Russia in the Kursk region. Reports suggest North Korea's deployment will be increased to 50,000 troops by the end of November to help Russia seize Ukraine's eastern Donbas region. So this is no longer simply Russia getting weapons from North Korea. It's becoming a military partnership forged on the battlefield. North Korea is providing Moscow with ammunition, ballistic missiles, and soldiers. And in return, Pyongyang is gaining something it has long sought: real combat experience and potentially access to Russian military technology.
On to the other important story on fault lines this week. Something is changing in West Asia, a major strategic development involving 3 powerful regional players that could have consequences far beyond their borders. It comes at a time when traditional alliances are being tested. America's role in the entire region is under scrutiny, and new security partnerships are in fact taking shape. What has just been signed could actually redefine the way countries in West Asia respond to future threats. I'm talking about a defense pact between Turkey, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. We decode what this means, and most importantly, why Washington is watching this alliance very quickly. At the end of the day, Turkey is NATO's second largest military partner, Pakistan is nuclear armed, and Saudi Arabia is rich on oil revenues. You add them up, does it make for a potent force? This report answers that for you.
West Asia is witnessing a seismic power shift. For decades, the US was the ultimate security guarantor in the region. But now, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan are building a security partnership of their own. And the message from the Mecca Agreement is stark. The US-led West Asia order may be coming to an end. On August 7, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan signed the Mecca Joint Defense Agreement. Its most striking provision: an armed attack on one country would be treated as an attack on all 3. That is a major strategic commitment. But this is about much more than a defense pact. It is about who controls the future security architecture of the region. For decades, Washington built a vast network of alliances across the region. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Qatar, Jordan, the UAE, and Israel. But years of wars and regional crises have increasingly pushed America's partners to question whether Washington can still guarantee their security. Saudi Arabia, in particular, has been diversifying its strategic relationships. Enter Turkey and Pakistan. 3 major Muslim powers, 3 militaries, and now 1 collective security commitment. The implications could be enormous. For Saudi Arabia, Turkey offers military power and regional influence. For Turkey, the pact strengthens its role in the Gulf. For Pakistan, on the other hand, it could expand its strategic footprint in West Asia. But questions about its terrorism connections remain. There is another potential fault line. This regional security architecture could compete with the US-backed framework built around the Abraham Accords and closer Arab-Israeli ties. The Mecca Agreement may therefore represent something much bigger than a 3-country defense pact. It signals a West Asia increasingly willing to build its own security arrangements. After decades of American dominance, regional powers are asking a new question. What if we no longer need Washington to set the rules? The answer could reshape the region and the global balance of power.
All right, on that note, a quick break. We return with more on the other side. Stay with us.
As we all know, NDTV has a rich legacy. It's one of the oldest, or possibly the oldest TV channels of India in the private sector, and it has been a trendsetter. There are many firsts to its credit, and therefore it's a matter of pride, and I'm glad to learn that it's relaunching itself in a new avatar, and I'm sure the new trend being undertaken by NDTV and being initiated by NDTV will also become a role model for others to follow.
Here's to new NDTV, looking sharper, looking fresher, and to a very good new beginning. All the very best.
I've been a long-term fan of NDTV, and I'm very glad that now with a new, revamped, fresh, energetic look, not that the past was any bad, but keeping up with the times, I'm looking forward to this new avatar of NDTV.
Fresh look coming to the media world with a new avatar, and I believe it's going to win the heart of the people of the country. And I wish all the best.
I congratulate NDTV on their relaunch of NDTV brand. I hope this new look that we are seeing, which looks quite sharp and impressive, will also carry a lot of new voices. You'll introduce a lot of new people to this nation, and hope you'll bring a breath of fresh air to the democracy of India.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the Cola Spa at home.
New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
nation bathes in saffron, white and green. We celebrate more than just our freedom. We celebrate the absolute resolve to protect it. Since 15th of August 1947, India's sovereignty has been tested on multiple occasions. Every single time, our armed forces answered the call with unmatched valor, devastating firepower. As we mark this Independence Day, we look back at the 4 defining chapters of India's modern-day military history.
Just months after independence, war came to Kashmir. Tribal fighters backed by Pakistan entered Jammu and Kashmir. India responded by airlifting troops into Srinagar. 18 years later, Pakistan launched an offensive hoping to alter the status quo in Kashmir. India responded and the battlefield expanded far beyond Kashmir. Tanks clashed across Punjab. The Indian Air Force and Army fought intense battles across land and air. Then came 1971. A humanitarian and political crisis in East Pakistan exploded into war. Millions of refugees crossed into India. India eventually. In just 13 days, Pakistan's forces in East Pakistan surrendered and a new nation was born. Then came Kargil. Pakistan-backed forces occupied strategic heights on the Indian side of the line of control. Operation Vijay began. The Indian army fought its way up the mountains. One position after another was recaptured. India executed Operation Sindoor in 2025. Launching precise missile and air strikes against terrorist camps belonging to Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. This decisive action effectively dismantled cross-border terror infrastructure, neutralized over 100 militants and handlers, and forced Pakistan to concede hostility.
Now let's look at the 4 legendary weapons that really turned the tide, secured our borders, and guaranteed the freedom that you and I and everybody watching this broadcast take for granted and enjoy. Our first test came immediately after independence. High in the freezing heights of Zozila Pass, the Indian Army pulled off the impossible. They dismantled and hauled M5A1 Stuart light tanks up an 11,000-foot mountain. This audacious armor assault completely shocked Pakistan and the invaders, and of course, protected Ladakh. In 1965, it was the plains of Punjab that became a metal graveyard for those who dared to cross our borders. Pakistan rolled in with heavily advanced American Patton tanks. But India's Centurion tanks outmaneuvered them. And at every turn, we crushed the enemy's armored spine at the Battle of Asal Uttar. In 1971, India did not just defend its borders, it rewrote the very map of South Asia. In fact, armed with Soviet origin missiles, Indian Navy missile boats executed Operation Trident, a lethal night raid that actually set Karachi harbour ablaze, enforcing a total naval blockade and leading to a historic surrender. And as the millennium turned, Pakistani infiltrators tried to choke our freedom from the heights of Kargil. Enter the Bofors 155mm howitzer. Firing in direct line of sight, Bofors rained relentless fire, obliterating high-altitude enemy bunkers and giving our infantry the cover to proudly hoist the tricolour on Tiger Hill. And just last year, modern India proved that its resolve has only grown stronger. Following the Pahalgam attack, Operation Sindoor saw Indian Air Force Rafale jets unleash an 88-hour air offensive on Pakistan. Armed with Scalp cruise missiles, they bypassed Pakistani air defenses to vaporize 9 terror launch pads, proving that India's freedom is non-negotiable. From the frozen passes of 1947 to the precision airstrikes of today, our liberty is forged in iron and protected by fire. Yesterday, today, and forever. Happy Independence Day to all of you watching this from Team Faultlines.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the coolest spa at home.
मीठा या नमकीन चाहे जैसे खाओ 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसली स्वादिष्ट सेहतमंद हर रोज. New rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
When others are warming up, I'm raring to go. The stories that matter, the stories that shape your life.
Hello and welcome to watching Prime 5 with me, Raisha Sehgal. What's that today? How to...
The show that sets the prime time agenda.
We'll be deep diving into this topic to tell you what's at stake.
Join me, Raisha Sehgal, on Prime 5, only on NDTV.
"21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude,
This is NDTV, when it really matters.
Hello and welcome. My name is Reet Kaur Sahani. You're watching NDTV. We've got a whole lot lined up for you, but let's first take you through the headlines of the hour. Congress cautioned Vande Mataram Rao on Independence Day. The BJP accuses the Grand Old Party of objecting to the singing of the full version of Vande Mataram at the party's Independence Day event, a charge that has been dismissed by the Congress as untrue. The Congress versus RSS showdown is now escalating. Karnataka Home Minister Priyank Kharge targets the RSS, accusing it of creating communal riots. Tamil Nadu BJP Chief Nayanar Nagendran has stoked a controversy with his remarks on Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay on Independence Day. Days after his Polachi show of strength, Annamalai is back with We the Leaders 2.0, this time taking the political outreach to Chennai with the environment at the center of the campaign. Shomani Akali Dal Member Parliament Harsimrat Kaur Badal termed the attack on her husband Sukhbir Singh Badal in Nanded, Maharashtra as a well-planned political conspiracy aimed at disturbing the peace in Punjab. Let's take you through the top story of the hour. At the Congress headquarters in Delhi on the Independence Day, the version of Vande Mataram was sung and it triggered a huge political controversy. The political fight erupted after a video showed Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge and even Rahul Gandhi making gestures while the rendition continued. The BJP alleged that the leaders were signalling for the song to be stopped, alleging that the Congress party till date resists the full redemption of Vande Mataram. The BJP even says that the Congress party has insulted the national song. Now the Congress party has denied any such attempt, saying that Sonia Gandhi was only asking for a chair for Mallikarjun Kharge, who had been standing for all this while. The footage subsequently sparked a wider political row over Congress's position on the full rendition of the national song. Here's what both sides are saying. Listen in.
हम कांग्रेस की सर्वोच्च नेतृत्व, क्योंकि इसमें तीनों शामिल हैं, सर्वोच्च नेतृत्व के इस आचरण की निंदा करते हैं और यह अपेक्षा करते हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी इसके लिए देश से माफी मांगे और यह स्पष्टीकरण दे कि उन्होंने ऐसा आचरण क्यों किया। और यदि कांग्रेस ऐसा नहीं करती है तो संविधान के प्रति उनकी सच्ची निष्ठा और स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के प्रति उनकी श्रद्धा और करोड़ों भारतवासियों के मान और सम्मान के प्रति उनके विश्वास पर गहरा प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है।
1937 28 अक्टूबर कलकत्ता का CWC रेजोल्यूशन में स्पष्ट जो हमें रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर जी की सलाह पे जो एक्सेप्ट किया था वर्जन वंदे मातरम का, वही वर्जन हमारी पार्टी के फंक्शंस में चलाना चाहिए।
लाल किला पर वंदे मातरम गाया गया, दोनों विपक्ष के नेता वहां नदारद थे और पूरे देश में जहां भी झंडा तोलन हुआ पहले वंदे मातरम गाया गया। हमने भी अपने निवास पर झंडा तोलन किया, पहले वंदे मातरम हुआ, पूरा गाया गया, लेकिन कांग्रेस दफ्तर में उसको रोका। ये बहुत दुर्भाग्य।
कानून के हिसाब से जो भी अगर इस पर कहीं केस दर्ज होता है या फिर उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाती है, आप मांग करते हैं सर कार्रवाई भी होनी चाहिए।
वो नियम के हिसाब से सभी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। अगर उन्होंने पूरा नहीं गाया, जो हमने वीडियो देखा बीच में रोकने का प्रयास हो, तो कार्रवाई तो होगी।
इस देश की परंपरा में जो पार्लियामेंट में अडॉप्ट किया गया था उसमें ये नहीं रहा है और अपने अपने तौर पर जो जहाँ गाना है गाए, लेकिन कांग्रेस की परंपरा में पार्लियामेंट में जो अडॉप्शन हुआ ये सब वो नहीं था जो आज हुआ है। तो इस पे विचार होगा, पार्टी के अंदर भी विचार होगा।
तो बीच में एक कांग्रेस नेतृत्व
मौजूदा सरकार भी बहुत कुछ तय करती है, वो तो इतिहास को अपने तरीके से गढ़ना चाहती है, अपनी तरह का बनाना चाहती है बिना किसी योगदान के। तो ये संघर्ष का विषय है, कोई एक दिन का रिजॉल्व इतनी जल्दी होगा नहीं। ये संघर्ष के बाद फिर हम उसी रास्ते पे आएंगे जिसमें तमाम समुदाय के लिए, मेरे लिए मेरी ज़मीन मादरे वतन है, ये ज़मीन माँ है मेरे लिए, मादरे वतन है, तो हम उस मादरे वतन के एक इंच से भी हटने को तैयार नहीं है। लेकिन साथ साथ अपनी विरासत, अपनी परंपरा, अपने भाईचारा, अपने सहिष्णुता, अपने सद्भावना के उस पूरी राह पे चलने को भी तैयार है, उसको भी एक इंच भी छोड़ने को तैयार नहीं।
For 80 years, the Congress party has only played vote bank politics. They could not even say Vande Mataram proudly. And now, when they want votes in the name of Tiranga, they play a narrative which is shameful. I think that any person who does not sing the national song with respect only shows you that they are only playing vote bank politics, and real patriotism is when you sing a song called Vande Mataram with pride, and maybe Mr. Gandhi and Mrs. Gandhi both must apologize to the nation, because तिरंगा याद करना है तो शुरुआत होती है वंदे मातरम से।
देखिए, राष्ट्रीय ध्वज और राष्ट्रीय गीत का अपमान मौजूदा कांग्रेस पार्टी की पहचान बन चुका है। राष्ट्रीय गीत है और राष्ट्रीय गीत को अगर हमने पूर्ण रूप से बहाल किया है तो वो हर जगह पर पूरी तरह ही बजेगा। तो मुझे लगता है कांग्रेस को अपने गिरबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए। केवल कुछ कट्टरपंथियों को लुभाने के लिए, केवल कुछ कट्टरपंथियों को साथ रखने के लिए अब वो राष्ट्रीय गीत का भी अपमान कर रहे हैं।
इस प्रकार से सम्मान में सावधान खड़े होना चाहिए। उनमें से एक भी खड़ा नहीं था, बातें कर रहे थे, घूम रहे थे। और इतना ही नहीं है, खड़गे साहब ने बाद में जो अपना भाषण दिया उसमें उन्होंने बहुत कहा कि हमने देश को ये दिया, हमने देश को ये दिया, हमने देश को ये दिया, पर वो ये नहीं बताते कि उन्होंने देश के साथ क्या किया। भारत का विभाजन किया, करोड़ों लोगों को बेघर किया, 10 लाख लोग मारे गए, ये भी तो कांग्रेस ने किया।
All right, like we've been discussing all morning, that this has created a huge political controversy. Let's also take you through how exactly it is that the controversy unfolded. Remember that the new guidelines came in on Vande Mataram. It was also conveyed to the Congress. This is information coming to us from sources within the Congress party. Instructions were sent to the state Congress offices as well. So all party offices had an instruction to, of course, play the full song, the full rendition of Vande Mataram. And the full version was sung at the Indira Bhavan. Not just at the Indira Bhavan, the full version was also sung at 24 Akbar Road. And it's important to understand that while this happened, Congress leadership was unaware of the change. Remember in the video as well, you can see a confused Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi. The party, however, still maintains that they were just trying to get a chair for Mallikarjun Kharge, who had been standing for all this while. The BJP, remember, has lashed out at the Congress saying that they were trying to stop the rendition of Vande Mataram from playing and they still do not accept the new version. So while this occurred, the top leaders were, remember, caught off guard and the full rendition played. This full rendition, like I said, sparked confusion at the Congress headquarters, owing to which, of course, we've also seen videos come out of the event, and Congress sources even say that there were efforts allegedly made to halt the full version that was playing. Sonia Gandhi, we've been told, maintains the stance as per sources that only the 1937 Congress Working Committee adopted version should be sung. So she says that the version that was adopted by the Congress previously is one that should be sung at such events, and that the Congress is only going to sing 2 stanzas at future events, is what we're being told that the leadership has eventually decided. My colleague Himanshu now joins us on the broadcast to break down the details for us. Himanshu, help us understand where does the Congress currently stand, especially on this controversy, and with regard to the Vande Mataram, are we going to see them sing the full Vande Mataram or only 2 stanzas of it?
Difficult to say at this stage because there are contradictions in the Congress stand. And if you just look at some of the statements that have been made by Congress leaders and MPs on this issue, this contradiction clearly comes out. After this controversy arose, Manoj Kumar, who is the MP from Sasaram, said that Sonia Gandhi was right in saying that only 2 stanzas of Vande Mataram should have been played out because that was the resolution of Congress Working Committee in October 1937. Shakil Ahmed Khan, a former Union Minister and also an MP, former MP, he also seconded this, saying that it was not correct to do what the resolution had not mandated. In fact, Pawan Khera also told NDTV that only 2 stanzas were approved by Congress Working Committee resolution. But the reality is that the full Vande Mataram was played out by Seva Dal, which conducts this program. So there are clear contradictions in Congress stand. In fact, sources say that Seva Dal had given instructions to all its units in the country that full Vande Mataram must be played out after the government order had come some time back, and a law was also passed recent monsoon session of Parliament. So there is a clear contradiction in the Congress stand, and the political leadership especially seems to be not aware even of the fact that Seva Dal had issued these instructions that the full Vande Mataram must be played out. So I think we are still waiting for a full clarification from Congress party on this issue, but for the moment, Congress seems to be divided on this issue, and there is, as you said, confusion on what should be the party stand on this issue.
Absolutely, contradictory statements coming in from Congress leaders. Meanwhile, we also have a reaction coming in. We have an important update coming in from the Congress party. Himanshu, do stay with us on the broadcast, because Congress leader P. Chidambaram has now slammed the Prime Minister's Dimagi Naxal remark. This is a reaction coming in after the Prime Minister's speech on Independence Day at the Red Fort. And to this, in fact, the Congress leader has responded saying that he is proud to be a Dimagi Naxal. The political showdown, remember, has erupted over the Prime Minister's remark, and an important update coming in right over there, because the former Union Minister P. Chidambaram has now slammed Prime Minister's comments, saying that he is proud to be a Dimagi Naxal. Himanshu still with us on the broadcast. Himanshu, that's a crucial reaction coming in from the former Union Minister, who now says in response to the Prime Minister saying that he is proud to be a Dimagi Naxal.
Well, I mean, I think this is a very important thing that you have said because remember, previously the BJP leadership has been attacking Congress and other opposition parties as saying that they are carrying an urban Naxal mindset. So this Dimagi Naxal mindset phrase that Prime Minister has used to actually raise concern against those people who are threatening, as he says, the progress of the country. This response, of course, will spark a bigger political debate because remember, when Prime Minister first mentioned this in his Independence Day speech, Jairam Ramesh, who is the head of the Congress media cell, had said, and I quote, that this term carries no real substance, and he drew a parallel to previous debates surrounding the phrase urban Naxal. So I think this issue, this war of words between BJP and the Congress is only going to get hot up after Chidambaram's tweet this morning.
Himanshu, thank you so much for joining us this morning and bringing us those updates. We're tracking some more news coming in at this hour, and especially from Maharashtra. We're tracking an important update coming in where Maharashtra's FTA has now issued a show-cause notice to actors Shah Rukh Khan, Ajay Devgan and even Tiger Shroff. This notice, remember, has been issued over Pan Masala company ads. They've even been given a 15-day ultimatum to pull down the Pan Masala company ads or face a fine up to rupees 50 lakhs. Shah Rukh Khan, Ajay Devgan as well as Tiger Shroff have been given 15 days to explain misleading Pan Masala ads or face strict legal action. A show-cause notice has been issued to the top actors of Bollywood, the Hindi film industry. Ajay Devgan, Shah Rukh Khan as well as Tiger Shroff have been issued this very notice, and this notice accuses the actors of indirectly promoting Pan Masala, a restricted and prohibited product in Maharashtra, through their ad. Now the stars have been directed to immediately discontinue their participation in this very campaign and remove all promotional content related to the ad from their official social media accounts. My colleague Prajakta now joins us on the broadcast to bring us the details. Prajakta, this is a very important development taking shape. Now, you know, Bollywood also now seems to be facing the wrath, especially of the FTA, with these actors being issued a 15-day ultimatum. Walk us through the details of the case. What does the show-cause notice say?
As we all know that FDA has aggressively launched the campaign against the cleanliness, that food restaurants, and the gutka and nicotine pan masala advertisement. That FDA has issued a notice to these three actors, Shah Rukh Khan, Ajay Devgan and Tiger Shroff, over their Vimal Ilaichi advertisement, and they are saying that they are indirectly promoting the Vimal pan masala, which is prohibited in the state. Now FDA asked them to explain and give the explanation what is their role in this advertisement, whether they are aware about it or not. They have to give explanation within 15 days. Now this department is working with the police also, and now this data that whoever is promoting this Vimal Pan Masala on the social media, through the documentaries, through any short films, all are the FDA will take an action against them. And now this notice, that we have this notice with us, they have mentioned that they have to prove that Vimal, they are advertising and they are independently selling that Vimal Ilaichi product. They are not promoting Vimal Pan Masala. They have to prove that advertisement brand, and in that notice they have mentioned and FDA asked them for the explanation and mentioned that they have to give the explanation within 15 days. Back.
All right, stay with us, Prajakta, on the broadcast. We also have our colleague Abira joining us on the phone line. Abira, this is a very important update that's coming to the fore. Bollywood superstars Shah Rukh Khan, Ajay Devgan and Tiger Shroff have now been issued an ultimatum. Walk us through the details. Have the actors responded to this?
The actors have not responded to it yet. All the three actors might be fined 50 lakh rupees, 20 to 50 lakh rupees, if they fail to give an explanation, like our colleague just told us. But there has been no communication from the actors' side or their team. But we are in touch with the team and we are trying to get an explanation from them or a statement from them.
All right, Abira, do stay on with us on the broadcast. Let me also go across to my colleague Prajakta, who's still with us on the broadcast. Prajakta, just a while back, you were talking about the show cause notice. Help us understand under what provisions have these actors been given in ultimatum. We know for a fact that Pan Masala and promotion of it is restricted in Maharashtra.
See, I want to tell you that that in that notice they have mentioned that under the section 53 of FSS Act, the section 21, the Consumer Protection Act 2009, the celebrity endorsed the face stiff the financial penalty ranging up around 10 lakh and 50 lakh, 10 to 15 lakh, which between 10 to 15 lakh under this act. So they have to give their explanation within 15 days, and if they cannot give the proper explanation during this 15 days, they might have to pay the fine, or they might be taken action. FDA will be taken action against them.
All right, Abira is still with us on the broadcast. Let me also get her into the conversation. Abira, there's a lot of conversation about, what brands to promote, what to not promote, and Bollywood seems to be a little picky about that. I know for a fact that there are several actors who've, point blankly said no to promoting such, products. If you could just walk us through the details of them.
And Akshay Kumar, we have never seen him promoting anything like this, because he has his strict rules that he will not promote a cigarette or pan masala. He has said this in interviews also. But we have also seen, and it has been questioned continuously, that, why Shah Rukh Khan or Ajay Devgan or a Tiger Shroff is going ahead and promoting pan masala. And let me tell you, these pan masala ads, a lot of money gets invested in it. Each of these actors are paid a good amount of money for these ads. But, they have never been questioned about it. They have never spoken about it. What makes them promote such ads which are harmful, which are not good for anybody's health? So the indirect promotion can harm people. But right now, the answers have been asked. They have been asked to give an explanation. And even we are waiting from a statement from these actors of what they have to say about why do they do it. And we also need to know that what makes, because they are very powerful people in the industry, what makes them do it? Is it just the money? Is a big question.
Absolutely, Abira. You very rightly mentioned that as we await a response coming in from the actors' teams, there's one question that's very clear. It's about what the actors must and must not promote for an audience that considerably takes them very, very seriously, given, of course, the kind of fan following that these actors have. Thank you so much, Prajakta and Abira, for joining us and bringing us those crucial updates from Maharashtra. We're tracking some more developments taking shape in Maharashtra. Now, former Maharashtra Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan has triggered a political row with his claim that late BJP leader Gopinath Munde had once considered joining the Congress. Well, Chavan has claimed that Munde's entry had even received Sonia Gandhi's approval, but the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had in fact opposed the move, saying that it would be inappropriate to induct BJP's deputy leader of opposition and make him a minister. Munde's daughter in Maharashtra's Minister Pankaja Munde has now hit back, calling Chavan's remarks as irrelevant and even inappropriate, saying that her father was a BJP leader by conviction and remained rooted within the party.
मला माहित नाही काहीतरी केली, मी ऐकू नये, पण एक गोष्ट आता तुम्ही प्रश्न विचारला मी सांगतो. मी त्यांच्या पिताजींना आम्ही काँग्रेसमध्ये घ्यायचा प्रयत्न केला. मी मुख्यमंत्री असताना गोपीनाथ मुंडे, आमचं सगळं ठरलं. सोनिया गांधींची परवानगी घेतली. त्यांनी माझ्याकडे मत मागितलं की मी राजीनामा द्यावा लागेल मला खासदारकीचा, पण मला मंत्री करा, कारण मला पोटनिवडणूक लढावी लागेल. आणि दोघं म्हणजे भाजपची नागपूरचे दोघं आहेत, ते मला काही निवडून येणार नाहीत. तिथं त्यावेळेला जातीवादाचा विषय होताच तिथं. मला मंत्री करा. मी त्यांच्याशी बोलताना सांगितलं, म्हटलं काय हरकत नाही, म्हटलं कॅबिनेट मंत्री तर एकदम शक्य होईल, कारण माहित नाही, म्हटलं राज्यमंत्री स्वतंत्र बरोबर करता येईल. आमचं सगळं ठरलं. ते गुप्तपणे आले. मी महाराष्ट्र सदनात राहता एका हॉटेलमध्ये राहिलो, कोणाला कळू नये. आयुष्यातली राजकीय सर्वात मोठी चूक झाली ती की मी पंतप्रधान न विचारता सोनिया गांधींना विचारून हो म्हटलं, चला जमेल. पंतप्रधानांना बोलवलं, म्हटले तू हे परस्पर त्यांना आश्वासन दिले का? लगेच लक्षात आलं, म्हटलं हो नाही, मी मॅडमला विचारले, पण तुम्हाला विचारायचं चुकच झाली राहिली. तर म्हणले एका भाजपच्या सत्ताधारी विरोधी पक्ष गटनेत्याला मी जर आपल्या पक्षात घेऊन त्याला मंत्री केलं, ती लाच दिल्यासारखे मी बिलकुल करणार नाही.
ते या कमळातच जन्मले आणि कमळातच ते विसावलेले आहेत आणि हे त्यांची पूर्ण जी जर्नी आहे ती जर्नी आहे. आता राजकारणामध्ये आजच्या परिस्थितीमध्ये अजूनही त्यांचं नाव लोक घेतात. कोणत्याही अर्थाने मी नाही म्हणत की पृथ्वीराज बाबांनी अनादराने घेतलंय, आदरानेच घेतलं असेल. तर ज्या संघटनेला मुंडे साहेबांनी एवढा मोठा वटवृक्ष बनवला, त्या मुंडे साहेबांनी त्या संघटनेला जे दिलंय त्यानंतर मला वाटत नाही की अशा पद्धतीने त्यांच्याविषयी विचार आता करण्याची आवश्यकता.
विरोधी पक्षातील
मला वाटतं अट नव्हती तेव्हा, पण ठीक आहे, तर त्याच्यात मी जात नाही. जास्ती गौप्यस्फोट मी नाही करत, कारण जवळून पाहिलेलं आहे मी ते. आणि त्याच्यात माझ्या आजोबांनी त्यांना काय सांगितलं आणि रोखलं होतं ते पण मला माहिती आहे.
All right, you heard the reactions coming in straight from Maharashtra. Remember that this is in response to the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Prithviraj Chavan's comments, in which he's gone on to claim that late BJP leader Gopinath Munde had once considered joining the Congress party. Now, Chavan even claimed that Munde's entry was even approved by Sonia Gandhi, but it was Manmohan Singh who objected. My colleague Prajakta now joins us on the broadcast to bring us the details. Prajakta, this is a very important statement that's been made by Prithviraj Chavan. I believe that it's also received a disapproval coming in from Munde's family. Walk us through the details. Where exactly does this controversy stand at this hour?
That political controversy has been erupted due to that Prithviraj Chavan statement. Prithviraj Chavan is a former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, has claimed that Gopinath Munde had decided to join Congress during his tenure when Prithviraj Chavan was the CM of the Maharashtra. He asked to ask for the cabinet ministry position, but Prithviraj Chavan convinced him, the Maharashtra State Ministry. He had already talked to that Sonia Gandhi. What he claimed that he had taken a green signal from the Sonia Gandhi, but after this idea, when he shared this idea with the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, he scolded Prithviraj Chavan. He said that I can't take any opposition leader in the Congress. It would like to take a bribe. So after that, they called off this idea, and Gopinath Munde couldn't join a Congress. He claimed that Gopinath Munde definitely would come to the Congress. After that, Pankaja Munde had given a clarification again that Maharashtra's former minister Sudhir Mungantiwar also claimed that Gopinath Munde is a national leader, was the national leader, but Chavan should not comment on him because he is not alive to
respond. Of course. Thank you so much, Prajakta, for joining us and bringing us those crucial updates coming in at this hour. We're tracking some more updates coming in. Well, the Congress versus RSS showdown is now escalating. In the latest, Karnataka's Home Minister Priyank Kharge has targeted the RSS, accusing it of creating communal riots. He further asked, and I quote, which freedom struggle did the RSS participate in? Rebuking the criticism of the upcoming public property bill, Kharge said that that BJP actually has Priyank phobia. He further went on to say that the bill does not name any organization or claims to ban anyone. He further claimed that the controversy is unwarranted as the bill draft isn't even out yet, and that the Home Minister, he as the Karnataka Home Minister, is responsible to regulate public spaces and is only following the court's orders. More updates coming in. Let's turn our attention to, in fact, Tamil Nadu this hour. Nayana Nagendran, the BJP chief in Tamil Nadu, has stoked a political controversy. This with regard to his remarks on the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay on Independence Day celebrations. Reacting to Chief Minister Joseph Vijay's "Where's Your Father's Light" at the DMK leader Udayanidhi Stalin, referencing MK Stalin's poll loss, the BJP politician made an unsavory remark and said that some are searching for a father, but only by asking the mother at home can one know who the father is. This remark has in fact drawn a scathing response from the TVK, which has demanded an immediate apology, calling Nagendran's language low class and crossing all political boundaries. After backlash, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief issued a clarification saying that his intent was not to hurt anyone and that he respects mothers and the motherland.
என்ன செய்ய முடியும் இந்த நாட்டில்? காரணம் சட்டமன்றத்திலே போய் அப்பா வைங்க தேடுறாங்க. வீட்டில் போய் அம்மாட்ட கேட்டால் தானே அப்பா யாருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனால் சட்டமன்றத்தில் போய் அப்பாவை தேடினா யாரும் கிடையாது. இப்படிப்பட்டவர்களுடைய ஆட்சி தான் இன்னைக்கு நடந்து கொண்டு அந்த மாதிரி சூழ்நிலையை இன்னைக்கு பாரத பிரதமர் செய்த.
Well, let's bring you up to date about more developments coming in from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay marked his first Independence Day in office with the state celebrations in Chennai, but it was the actor turned Trisha's presence at the event that drew significant attention. Seated alongside Vijay's parents and seen actively participating in the ceremony, Trisha appeared unfazed by the political attacks and the trolling surrounding her. Her presence, from waving at Vijay's arrival to even saluting him during the Guard of Honor, became a huge talking point in its own right. Here's a detailed report that gives you all the updates. Take a look.
This was Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay's first Independence Day after taking oath. Among those in attendance, one celebrity presence immediately caught attention: actor Trisha. Seated alongside Vijay's parents, S.A. Chandrasekhar and Shobha Chandrasekhar, Trisha's appearance comes amid the intense political spotlight. She's been under constant attack from Vijay's opponents, from double-meaning jibes to her intent being questioned.
நம்ம முதல்வர் விஜயின் அன்புக்குரியவராக அன்னி திரிஷா மேடம் அவர்களை எப்போது தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய துணை முதல்வராக நியமனம் செய்து அறிவிப்பு வெளிவரும் என்று அதிர்ச்சியோடு ஆவலோடும் காத்திருக்கிறது அன்னை தமிழகம்.
But on Saturday, none of this mattered. For the celebrations, Trisha chose a simple yet graceful traditional outfit. She wore a gold-toned sari and kept her styling understated, with minimal jewelry complementing the look. A floral gajra in her hair added a classic touch. Amid the political attacks and trolling, Trisha looked quite at ease. Trisha's presence was a response to these attacks and trolls. She waved enthusiastically as the Chief Minister arrived for the state event. One video that has drawn particular attention shows Trisha saluting Chief Minister Vijay as he passes by in a jeep while receiving the Guard of Honor. She clicked pictures through the ceremony. As Vijay marked his first Independence Day as Chief Minister, Trisha's presence sent out its own quiet message. She was there, and she was firmly in the front row. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Alright, let's bring you more developments coming in from Tamil Nadu. Now, days after his Polachi show of strength, Annamalai is back with We the Leaders 2.0. This time taking the political outreach to Chennai. With the environment at the center of the campaign. And remember that this is more than just another public event. Since the June 5th exit from BJP, Annamalai has been steadily building We the Leaders as an issue-based political movement. From the anti-drug campaign in Polachi to even environmental protection in Chennai, signalling a longer-term political roadmap. The journey of We the Leaders has been rapid. Launched on the 5th of June, the platform's first major rally was on Polachi on June 12th, centered on a drug-free Tamil Nadu. Now, Chennai hosts its second major event with environmental protection as the theme. This, as Annamalai, in fact, eyes the bigger political road ahead, including the 2031 Tamil Nadu polls. An important update coming in. Remember that this comes shortly after Annamalai's breakup with the BJP. He was one of the most prominent faces of the BJP. And in the latest we're seeing from him is the fact that he's conducting rallies one after the other. My colleague Vijay Gopal is with us on the broadcast to break down the details for us. You know, Vijay, we're seeing Annamalai emerge as an independent leader on his own. We're seeing him conduct the We the Leaders campaign one after the other, picking up important issues like drug and environments and all of that. Help us understand what is the next course of events, what do they look like for the leader?
Read, that's right. Annamalai, after leaving BJP, is looking forward to strengthening his volunteer organization, We the Leaders. He founded this organization in 2020, but he joined BJP later. After he quit BJP, he started to strengthen this foundation. Earlier, on the month of last month, July month, he hosted in Pollachi, there was a drug awareness campaign in which he had pointed out that saying that the Gen Z voters going to play a very crucial role in the 2031 election. And also he asked some volunteers to strengthen the ground to work for the people on the village level and also booth level. So he also inserted the upcoming local body election in Tamil Nadu. His volunteers will contest on behalf of We the Leaders Foundation, We the Leaders organization. And also he pointed out that very shortly he will convert this organization into a political party. Meanwhile, today he is going to be part of a rally for the environment to create awareness regarding the environment. In Chennai, the rally is going to happen. We are expecting more number of volunteers to be part of this rally also. In a larger picture, Annamalai earlier mentioned that each month they are going to recognize one kind of awareness rally. Last month it was drug awareness. This month it is going to be environment, and September also they are planning to host a rally in some other region of Tamil Nadu. They are going to do this for our next 6 to 7 months. That's what we are hearing from our sources, to strengthening the connect with the ground level. After local body election, we will get a clear picture when Annamalai is going to convert this into a political party. But it is not going to be an easy road for Annamalai, as TVK Chief Vijay is already on the ground, who have attracted huge number of Gen Z voters. But Annamalai also likely to play a very significant role in Tamil Nadu politics.
All right, Vijay Gopal, of course, it's not going to be an easy road for Annamalai. It remains to be seen where this campaign takes him, whether it is political or not. But thank you so much for joining us and sharing those updates with us. Let me now take you to my home state of Punjab. Over 48 hours after the attack on Sukhbir Singh Badal, Akali Dal has now hit the streets with a strong political message. At a rally in Punjab's Khanna, Harsimrat Kaur Badal broke down while recalling the attack on her husband Sukhbir Singh Badal. She said that she was not supposed to be at the rally. Instead, Sukhbir Singh Badal was supposed to attend. She even called the assailant a Guru Dokhi, someone who attacks a person while praying can never be a Sikh. That's also the statement that she issued. Meanwhile, the Akali Dal has also demanded an NIA probe be conducted into the attack. Senior leader of the Akali Dal, Bikram Singh Majitia, has called the incident extremely disturbing.
For the 2 days before that, who was a known terrorist, who in his written statement has said, I have got RDX and other things in UP for which I'm going to use to destabilize the country. But despite all that, such a weak case was presented that he came out on bail in 3 months and he's out roaming around again. I'm shocked that neither the Commissioner of Police Bullar, nor the DGP Gaurav Yadav, nor the Chief Minister, and nor that SP who was roaming around escorting him have taken any action. They've not even taken Sukhbir Singh Badal's statement or his security statement. So because that case was treated so lightly, it has given rise to others to think that they can do the same, which is why in a Guru Ghar, where everybody has a right to go to their religious place and to worship whoever they believe in that place, antisocial elements are beginning to take. If a Sikh is not safe in his own Guru Ghar because of these antisocial elements who want to destabilize Punjab and the country, then we need to get to the bottom of this nexus as to who is responsible for this and take strict action against them, which is why I have requested CM Fadnavis ji to get to the bottom of this, and I have written to the Home Minister, because it's interstate and we suspect it may be across the border also. NIA, National Investigative Agency, must come in and do a thorough investigation to see that who is trying to burn and destabilize Punjab and the nation.
Let's take you through more developments taking shape at this hour. Now, serious food safety concerns are now emerging from Karnataka as well as Maharashtra. This were two separate incidents raising questions over hygiene and even storage standards. In Bengaluru, health officials conducted a surprise inspection at a KFC outlet following a consumer complaint alleging that the chicken ordered from the outlet was stale and even had an unpleasant taste. Officials sealed down the godown and even collected the chicken samples, which have now been sent to a lab for further testing. Further action will now depend on the test results. Meanwhile, in Maharashtra's Thane and the Kalyan, of course, the area that's present over there, a viral video allegedly showed a rat inside an ice cream freezer at a Blinkit dark store. Well, the incident and the rodent reportedly was spotted near the packaged ice cream by customers who recorded this very incident, visuals of which are present on your screens at the moment. Citizens are now demanding immediate action coming in from the FDA. On that note, we're stepping into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay on with us on the broadcast. Congress cotton.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से।
देश का टायर JK टायर।
No matter what your day throws at you, stay in the spa state of mind with the coolest spa at home.
Electricity bill paid.
Really?
Your mobile recharge is done.
How?
Make all kinds of payments using the Bheem Payments app and get cashback of up to ₹300 every month. Use Bheem app to pay.
It's the Mahi way. थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
जानते हैं मैं एलीट मैट्रिमोनी क्यों रेकमेंड करता हूँ? 17 years of experience, largest database of elite profiles, और 100% confidentiality. Elite Matrimony, India's most successful matchmaking service for the elite.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
A world of questions. Ideas that challenge the ordinary. Conversations that connect countries and cultures. Where different worlds find new rules of engagement. Ambitions crossing borders. Voices refusing to wait their turn. India is chasing gears. Faster, bolder, more restless. It doesn't stop. Neither do we. NDTV, when it really matters.
As we all know, NDTV has a rich legacy. It's one of the oldest, or possibly the oldest TV channels of India in the private sector, and it has been a trendsetter. There are many firsts to its credit, and therefore it's a matter of pride, and I'm glad to learn that it's relaunching itself in a new avatar, and I'm sure the new trend being undertaken by NDTV and being initiated by NDTV will also become a role model for others to follow.
Here's to new NDTV, looking sharper, looking fresher, and to a very good new beginning. All the very best.
I've been a long-term fan of NDTV, and I'm very glad that now with a new, revamped, fresh, energetic look, not that the past was any bad, but keeping up with the times, I'm looking forward to this new avatar of NDTV.
Fresh look coming to the media world with a new avatar, and I believe it's going to win the heart of the people of the country. And I wish all the best.
I congratulate NDTV on their relaunch of NDTV brand. I hope this new look that we are seeing, which looks quite sharp and impressive, will also carry a lot of new voices. You'll introduce a lot of new people to this nation, and hope you'll bring a breath of fresh air to the democracy of India.
Welcome back. My name is Jeet Kaur Sahni. You're watching NDTV. Let's take you through some important developments coming in. Well, a powerful magnitude of 7.7 earthquake has struck off Indonesia's Flores Island. This has killed at least 47 people and leaving a trail of destruction across the region. Buildings have collapsed and dozens have been even injured. Rescue and treatment efforts are now underway, and we have some visuals coming in which show the scale of the damage and the immediate response following the quake. Drone visuals show the extent of the destruction after a powerful magnitude of 7.7 earthquake which struck off Indonesia's Flores Island. Buildings can be seen damaged or reduced to rubble as authorities assess the devastation across the region. A health worker at a hospital in Indonesia's east part has in fact shared a video showing damage at the facility and treatment efforts. In the video shared by the head of pharmacy installation at the Roteng General Hospital, health workers were seen treating patients outside tents while people inside assessed the damage and collected the supplies. Injured people being treated at a hospital following the magnitude 7.7 earthquake off Indonesia's coast. With hospitals also affected by the quake, immediate medical teams have begun working to treat those injured in the disaster. Let's turn our attention to more updates coming in. Now, the US President Donald Trump has made a stunning claim over the Strait of Hormuz. Trump says that defeating Iran, he could soon declare the strategic waterway as a US territory. The remarks comes as tensions escalate in the region, with fresh attacks reported in and around the strait. Trump has even dismissed concerns over these conditions faced by sailors aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln. Our next report brings you the details. Take a look.
Amid the ongoing tensions over Hormuz, Donald Trump has made a stunning claim. Speaking at a rally in New York, Trump said that Hormuz could become a US territory soon. He said this would come after what he called the defeat of Iran. Trump also spoke about the situation at USS Abraham Lincoln. The carrier has been deployed against Iran. Trump dismissed concerns over the conditions aboard the ship.
Well, no, that ship is moving. No, they're not. That ship is moving right now, or very shortly, and it's being replaced with another very similar ship. No. Not nearly long enough.
Meanwhile, tensions are rising on the water. The UAE's state-owned oil giant ADNOC says one of its vessels came under attack. The incident took place on August 14th at Hormuz, with no reports of injuries. The incident came just a day after two other vessels linked to ADNOC were attacked. Washington is also preparing more economic pressure on Tehran. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. will announce measures against Iran soon. He says the measures will be unprecedented. Trump, meanwhile, is asking Americans to accept higher gasoline prices. He says stopping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon comes at a cost. But Tehran is refusing to back down. Iran's deputy foreign minister says that Hormuz remains under their command and it will continue to enforce the stringent blockade in the strategic waters. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says there is no decision yet to resume talks with Washington. Qatar and Pakistan are in contact with Iran, but Tehran says the exchange of messages does not amount to negotiations. Iran has also rejected Trump's threats over Hormuz. It says the waterway will be opened or closed only on Iran's terms. Bureau Report, NDTV World.
Well, NDTV 24/7 is now NDTV. A new NDTV is defined by what it chooses to stand for, by its ability to make sense of complexity, challenge assumptions, and even discern substance from distraction. This is what it means to be, and where it really matters, we're present there. Take a look.
For the past several days, we've been telling you that something new was on the way. The wait is now over. We can finally break the news to you. NDTV 24/7 is now NDTV. A new identity, a